What's up, everybody? Magic Hour Movie Man here. This video is brought to you by the letters I and J. So these are all the movies in my collection that starts with the letters I and J. Starting with DVDs, we've got I'm a Fugitive from a Chain Gang, which is a great Paul Mooney film from the 30s. Classic. Then we have the movie Identity, is a good underrated thriller, in my opinion. John Cusack, Ray Liotta, directed by James Mangold, I believe. Correct. Then we have the bromance with Paul Rudd and Jason Segel, I Love You Man. Then funny comedy In Bruges with Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, Ralph Fiennes. Same writer-director, just did Seven Psychopaths, which I have not seen yet. Looking forward to that. This next movie is a blind buy, actually, for me. The Incredible Mr. Limpet with Don Knotts. I'm an animation fan, so I picked it up cheap, and I was just curious about the animation mixed with live action, and so I thought I would check that out. I haven't watched it yet. A great Bogart film called In a Lonely Place, where he plays a screenwriter who, make sure I get this right, gets caught up in a murder, and he's a suspect. It's directed by Nicholas Ray. It's been a while since I had seen it, so that's why I wanted to double check, make sure I wasn't getting it mixed up with another movie. In the Company of Men, it's still sealed, but I have seen the movie. I saw it when it first came out. This is a low-budget independent film that marked Neil LaBute's debut, and I believe this was the first time people got to see Aaron Eckhart in action. He got his start in that film. Then we have one of my favorite franchises, the Indiana Jones movies. Of course, this is the DVD set. I haven't picked up the Blu-ray set yet. Waiting for the price to go down, or if they break it up, I'll try to buy the the ones that I like, which means I won't pick up Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. This is a good underrated movie in my opinion. In Harm's Way with John Wayne and Kirk Douglas. There's a moment in this film that my jaw just dropped. Something that Kirk Douglas does that is kind of unexpected and just pretty edgy for its time. So that's all I'll say, just in case you're interested in checking it out. It's all centered around the Pearl Harbor attack. In the Line of Fire, Clint Eastwood. Good solid movie. Intolerable Cruelty. Some people don't really care for this movie, but I actually like it. It's a Coen Brothers film. One of the lesser Coen Brothers films, but still, I liked it quite a bit. Continuing with DVDs, starting with the letter I have the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I'm hoping to pick up on Blu-ray at some point. And then the remake, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This one has Jeff Goldblum in it and Donald Sutherland. Then we have Brad Bird's Iron Giant on DVD, hoping it will eventually get on the Blu-ray. Then we have Iron Monkey, which I think you'll also see in Blu-ray yet. I haven't put them together into a Blu-ray DVD case. I need to do that. Stephen King's It. Great miniseries, especially for the time it was made. The ending is a little lackluster because of budget and effects, but still overall it's a good creepy miniseries. think I've heard they're remaking it, actually, which that could be good. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Good movie that showcases a lot of cameos by comedians through the ages. Some great stunt work in that movie, too. Oops. Okay, now in DVD, we're moving on to the J's. I'm going to mix them up here a little bit. Jabberwocky, Terry Gilliam's first feature, I believe. I think it was after he co-directed Holy Grail. Shirley, Big Fat Shirley is chiming in the background. I don't know if you heard her. JCVD, if you never caught this, I'd recommend it. It's a pretty cool movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme playing himself, getting caught up in a hostage situation. But also shows off some kind of dramatic moments with him that are kind of well done. So check that out. And Jerry Maguire, still sealed, but you know, I've definitely seen this movie before. I just haven't watched the DVD since I bought it. Jim Brown, All-American, a good documentary Spike Lee made. A lot of Spike Lee's documentaries are pretty good, so I want to check that out at some point, just covering Jim Brown's life from football to movies. Then we have Joshua. It's one of the creepy kids genre movie. Sam Rockwell, Vera Farmiga, basically with a kid that is, like I said, creepy. This is one of the more realistic takes, as opposed to something like Orphan, which is, you know, a little more, I guess, high concept. Good solid thriller, though. The movie Junebug I like quite a bit. Born and raised in the South, still live in the South, and this movie, I think, really, especially production design, captures the South, North Carolina in particular, really well. And it's a good movie to boot. Amy Adams hugs that line of caricature, but I think she pulls it off. So if you're interested in that type of movie, check it out. Then we've got Jurassic Park. Try to pick that up on Blu-ray whenever they break up that set. Now looking at television, I only have one series that starts with the letter J on DVD, and that's the Joe Schmo Show. I've got season 2 as well, but it's loaned out to somebody. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically a parody, I guess not parody, but it's a fake reality show where the only real person that's brought in is surrounded by actors. He thinks they're all real participants in the reality show as well, and it's just really well done as far as kind of making fun of reality shows, because I'm not a reality show fan, but I've seen enough of them to kind of know the tropes of a reality show, and I think this is a show that skewers it pretty well. It was actually created by the guys who did Zombieland, if that's any indication of the sense of humor, and season 3 is actually airing right now, and it's pretty good so far. So this is season 1. This is the best season, actually, in my opinion. Okay, on Blu-ray for television, I've got Justified seasons 1 and seasons 2. Looking to get 3 when the price comes down, and currently watching season 4. If you're not watching Justified, you need to start. It's a great, great show. Continuing on with movies that start with the letter I, got I Am Legend, the original Ice Age. Actually, I haven't seen any of the sequels, but I did enjoy the first one. This was I guess a guilty pleasure. Imposter with Gary Sinise. Kind of a cheesy sci-fi. We have Inception with the lenticular, if I can get it to work here. Yeah, the lenticular cover. Brad Bird again with The Incredibles, the Pixar movie. Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards. I recently picked up I Saw the Devil, great Korean film about serial killers. And Insidious, which I thought was a pretty fun, scary movie, which those seem to be few and far between these days. We have the original Iron Man with slipcover. And the crappy Iron Man 2, which I waited for a cheap price before I got that. And there's Iron Monkey on Blu-ray, which I already showed you the DVD. Need to combine those. For the letter J on Blu-ray, I've got Jumper, which a lot of people don't care for, but I liked it okay. I thought it was alright, and I found it for cheap. We've got JFK. Finally, one of my favorite films of all time, and that's Jaws. Great, great movie. So if you have any comments on any of these movies, or if you have some suggestions of what I should own, as far as movies or TV shows that start with the letter I or the letter J, just let me know. Oops. And look forward to hearing from you. Right, Shirley?